Hello everybody, welcome to another Trot Talk. Today we're going to talk about flex. What is flex and why do we have flex? Well, let's first come back to 4 questions that as a school, faculty, we try and ask ourselves about our teaching and learning system. The first question is, what do we expect students to learn? And that's really the curriculum. The second one is, how do we know they've learned it? That's the assessments. The question 3 and 4 of the 4 are, what do we do when they have, and what do we do when they haven't learned it? So really our response. So flex, the design of flex, and really research tells us that having this time creates equity and access for all kids to get assistance. So we're trying to not only answer those last 2 questions, but we're also trying to give all kids access to their teachers, because we know after school, before school, during lunch, some of those times are difficult for kids based on their personal, academic schedule, whatever it may be. So our goal with Flex is to create access and equity for all students to meet with their teachers. At the same time, answer question 3 and 4. What do we do when students don't learn? So that's why we request kids in who are not learning, and that varies. The next question, where we're really trying to go to the next level, is what do we do if they have learned it? So our goal, again, we're not doing this now, but we're slowly seeing this develop organically, is try and get students to enrich their learning. They've already learned the basic standards, tenets, ideas, concepts in a class or multiple classes. But then how do we create this flexible time for them to enrich their learning? So how do they take, say for example, something in geometry where they're getting A's, and then they go down to the maker space and they actually make something? Or are they being successful in AP Human Geography, and then how do they go in there to accentuate their learning by doing maybe some project-based? Or as simple as, I'm learning, I just want to learn something new. So I'm going to go down by Mr. Bjorgi and figure out what he's doing with the CNC engraver and router and the laser engraver. So that's where we're trying to go. So as we move from the end of trimester 2, and exams are next week, Thursday and Friday, please go to our website for the schedule. As we move to trimester 3, you may see some changes as it relates to the question of what do we do when students have learned. So we're going to try and create more enrichment opportunities. As it relates to what do we do when they have not, we're going to try and be more intentional about getting kids who aren't learning into their area. So we're working collaborative with departments. So stay tuned for more ideas. I just wanted to give you a little insight into why we have Flex, how it ties into our teaching and learning system, and then where do we see it going from here. It's a great opportunity to ensure equity and access for kids to not only get help, but also enrich their learning. At the same time, it aligns with our teaching and learning system, and it's new. And I guarantee you in the future, it's going to get better and better and better. So thank you very much. Have a great weekend.